Okay. Top of the morning, Sunday. I drink hot water every single morning. Generally more than I would drink tea. Just because tea can just be a little too much for me in the morning. I'm still coming back to reality, so therefore having a little bit of herb flavor doesn't really fit. But I just do some salt in my hot water, and it just feels like it gets everything kind of moving, like that. Like you can hear my throat's a little scratchy. So it helps. I don't know. It feels really good. I am currently setting up my pills for the week. I don't know, this just kind of falls randomly, and I usually like to do it when I'm watching TV, because then I'm doing something with my hands and it's satisfying. But that's what I was just doing. I was watching one of my classic cheat day videos where it's just some person eating a mountain of donuts and just food that clearly I don't eat and won't eat, and it really satisfies or I don't know if satisfies is the right word, but taps into kind of my binge eating brain network. It's naughtiness, I just miss being naughty. Yeah, so I guess so far what I've already put in my little pill boxes are vitamin C and Butterbur. I started taking this kind of the last time I had a migraine. It's supposed to just help with inflammation. Can't say that I know much about it. Oh, sorry. Just reading things. I've got this little box of pills that usually is the only way I remember what to do, because I know that every pill needs to go somewhere. This is Free and Easy Wanderer Plus. It is a Chinese herbal supplement that I take kind of, I don't know, I take varying amounts at varying points in my cycle, trying to force some sort of movement. So far, I mean, it's worked in the past. Right now, I think due to my lack of protein or some sort of imbalance with my hormones and thyroid, I haven't had a period for, I don't know, since July. It is now December, so it's the longest I've ever gone without one. I don't know. I try not to think about it too much because something isn't right. I think the lack of protein consumption is for sure a factor, but I'm trapped because the protein game has not been feeling good. So I don't know which came first, chicken or the egg. My therapist made that point of when did you start getting migraines? Well, I started getting these migraines, I guess, more intensely. They started in August when I went to Maine, but I've had them in the past, and so the first one this year I feel like was back in April or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just I started doing my crazy diet trip this year in maybe March or April, and a certain number of these problems have kind of started since then. This will go somewhere else. This is called Centrest, and it somehow helps with my methylation. It helps me sleep. At least that's what I think. I don't know. A lot of these supplements at this point, I think it's important for me to take breaks from to just actually determine how much I need. And Andrea, my acupuncturist, made an interesting point that like I take these piles of supplements kind of at like 5 different points in the day, and all of these little capsules have these kind of veggie capsule coatings that, I mean, obviously they're meant to break down in your body so that you can absorb what's inside, but it can be overwhelming when you already have a sensitive system that's struggling with digestion to just have these like all these weird little capsules in your body. This is milk thistle, just to help with my liver. I take extra milk thistle if I ever do something that's a little aggravating to my liver. I used to, in the rare moment that I would ever drink alcohol, I would always take extra milk thistle, but don't drink anymore. I guess that's it. This is the thing, like my instinct is always like, I need 10,000 more pills. Like, what? I only have 7 for breakfast? What a nightmare. But we're cutting things down. My body is getting stronger. I don't need to just always be coping with all the nightmares. Oh, I also take NP thyroid. And so I've already taken that today. And I take that an hour before I take anything else. There's always one straggler. Oh, and it tastes like herbs. Okay, let's go. And the salt was all at the bottom of the cup, so I'm really having a moment, guys. I started my morning by looking through this intuitive eating workbook that I just got. Intuitive eating workbook by Evelyn Tribole and Elise Resch. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, they said a lot of the right words of like what the kind of disconnect between dieting and this pursuit of health and not actually being able to listen to our bodies and know when we're satisfied, when we're unsatisfied, when our body needs a break or needs more nourishment. And obviously a lot of that ties into self-compassion and being able to, I guess, acknowledge what you're pursuing and why you're pursuing it. And so that you can actually view your body in the light of love rather than in this kind of contentious, like, I hate my body, why doesn't it do what I want it to do? Which is obviously a big thing that I struggle with. I have 2 sets of these boxes because I take my morning, evening pills, and then I take a certain number of pills with my meals. So we make it work, guys. Try to give you guys the shots. You can see the shit. I have been kind of resisting falling asleep because it's like that fear of sitting or laying in the dark without stimulation from your phone or otherwise. And so I've been, staying up, and so it's like maybe I don't fall asleep until 11:30, midnight, and then the past few nights, kind of since I've been sleeping better, I've been waking up early, so I woke up at like 7, when I felt like I could have slept more, should have slept more, but I'm just glad I'm sleeping, God bless. I also, when I'm feeling some type of way with kind of increased inflammation, I take more vitamin C kind of in the middle of the day, so that puts me at 3,000 milligrams in a day. I don't know, I can't say I notice a real difference, but in theory it's supposed to work or do something, right? Gotta believe it. That was just, sometimes I take extra Butterbur too, because again, with the inflammation, that I really just did because there were only 2 left, so might as well just get a little crazy today. When I take more, I take 9 free and easy every day, and so then I have to take some in the middle of my day. I'm sure I'm gonna have to fast forward through some of this. This is Fem Rebalance, again another kind of hormonal assister. It's got licorice, chaste tree, rhodiola, borage, maca, vervain. Sorry, I think that was a reference to Vampire Diaries. Wild yam, black cohosh. Don't know what it means, don't know what it does. Well, kind of know what it does. Don't know if it works, but I'm taking it. Here we are. The hormonal stuff I just get like spooked about fucking with, because I don't know, something's not working there. Something is not working. This is beta glucan. I think I explained this in a previous video, but I started taking it because I was reacting really heavily to things that were fermented, things that were kind of slow cooked, leftover foods, and so what does it say? It says supports immune system, optimize bioavailability, high dose. No, none of these words mean anything. Glucan Elite contains BGF immune 85% 1,3 chain linkage, beta glucan isolated via fermentation and optimized for bioavailability. Yeah, so for sure don't know what it does or what it means. But I definitely noticed a difference when I started taking it, so gotta do it. This is B6 phosphate. I have issues with my methylation. I think both of my parents have issues with the motherfucker gene, which is the MTHFR. So I started taking this when I had my meltdown back in 2019. I've taken more of it in the past, but right now I'm just doing 20 milligrams. This is R-lipoic acid. Also kind of don't know exactly what it does. I started taking it to help kind of move my metabolism and get me to kind of process and digest food more. Also noticed a difference with that. I mean, it kind of went in tandem with me kind of, I guess, eating more for like energy and nutrients rather than just like deprivation. But I do feel like I process my food more. I have more of an appetite. Like I get not like spooky hungry, but I have kind of a healthy hunger that develops when I'm taking this more regularly. And so I take 2 to 3 per day. I take them kind of in between meals or maybe an hour before I'm about to eat. Just trying to consolidate. I don't know why I had 2 of these open. This is Cole Support, which, oh shit, I need to like already order more. Oh, there's my thumb. This helps with my gallbladder, which is an iffy game. So like when I have kind of a gallbladder shut down migraine situation, I'll take extra Cole Support and it seems to help. So I guess because I've been in a more sensitive state with my gallbladder recently, I've been taking extra, but generally I could get away with just taking 2 per day. And again, I take this about 30 minutes before I eat a meal. This is Biotrophic Plus. It is just a multivitamin that has lots of little tiny things inside of it. And I take 2 per day. This one, I'm sure it does something just because of getting the little minerals and such, but it isn't one that you really can like feel the dramatic difference. We just love the drama. We live for it out here. This is, I guess I should have been doing the, hey guys. This is Calcifood, and it is a calcium supplement. And again, one of those things that showed up as something that I need in muscle testing, but coincidentally, like I was experiencing all these benefits kind of shortly after I started taking this, just by way of like energy and vitality and mood. But that's also kind of in and around when I stopped hanging out with my family so much. So, which came first? And I take 3 of these per day. And then we've got rhodiola, which I used to take in the morning. I just would take 1, but due to this kind of recent no sleep game that's been happening, Andrea has been telling me to take 2 at night. So we'll see. I guess I'll check in with her about that, if that still seems like a good idea or if that was just like a short-term solution. And then the last thing is chlorella. I also noticed a difference when I started taking this, just because I had a lot of trapped lymph kind of in my body, and this really helps kind of flush it. And so I don't know, I take probably like a small handful every day, but I'm gonna break it up between my 3 meals. I used to count these, so it would be like I was counting about 45 per box, but I don't give a shit. It's like, it's not that big of a deal, guys. It's just chlorella. It's gonna be fine. Oh, jeez. I don't love doing this on my, I mean, I always do it in my bed, but for the chlorella specifically, it just like, my hands get tinged green and I don't want it to get on my precious little bedspread. I'm gonna do a video maybe today, but just kind of as I start to go through the intuitive eating workbook, I think that that would be a helpful thing for people, for all of you guys to be exposed to, start thinking about. Also, since this is all clearly my own kind of like circle jerk with my ego, it's just a good way for me to document my journey with it all and get to like look back and be like, oh yeah, remember when you like couldn't eat a blueberry without having a panic attack? So cute. I'm gonna have to start bringing some more life to these videos. Now I've got fans, you know, I got subscribers. I gotta be entertaining. Gotta bring some life to the party. I get it. I understand why you're here. Live to serve. Ugh. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. It's green. Okay. Those are the pills. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Doop. Yep. That's what I do every day. That's all. I'll probably add some more to this later.